My guest today is a hilarious comedian who was the 2015 runner-up on America's Got Talent and has a new comedy special on YouTube called Concussed. He's one of the brightest rising stars on the American comedy scene, and he's a top bloke. Drew Lynch, welcome to Are You My Vege-mate?
Thank you, Dan. Oh man, I love to see you out of the office because you're just even more Australian, and I love that.
Mate, it's good to have you on.
Of any of the intros I've ever had, a top bloke will rest in my heart to be of the highest honor. So I do appreciate that.
It is the highest honor in Australia. If you're a top bloke, mate, you're all right.
I love it.
Have you been to Australia before?
So I was scheduled to go to Australia in 2020, but the pandemic kind of made it not possible. So it would have been nice because the festival out there for Just for Laughs in Australia is like end of March kind of. So had I at least or the first week of March or so. So had I traveled there and then been shut down and then it got shut down, that would have been great. But I guess I think we'll get it on the books for maybe in a year or so.
Well, before we launch into Vegemite, mate, we just have to give a quick shout out to the show's sponsor. If you're an Aussie expat living in America, what's the one thing you miss more than anything? Pies. Meat pies. Aussie Pies and Sausages, based here in Los Angeles, California, bake their pies fresh daily and ship them to all 50 states. They've got steak pies, lamb pies, curry pies. They even have a pie called the Mighty Pull, which is braised beef with Vegemite. They even have vegan pies. That's right, I said it, vegan pies, and they taste yummy. They have sausage rolls. They have the skinny snags you get at Bunnings and when you go to vote. They have Aussie desserts. They have pavlova. They have vanilla slice. And they even have lamingtons. Lamingtons. Folks, check out AussiePiesAndSausages.com today. Cheers. So there you go, folks. Make sure you check out AussiePiesAndSausages.com. Fantastic stuff. Drew, have you ever tried Vegemite before?
I've never tried it. I've heard not great things.
Mate, it is nothing to be scared of. This little thing here, it's in 80% of Australian households, mate. 80% of Australian households. Look, there's nothing to be scared of at all, mate.
Why is it so dark? Oh, it comes in a medicine jar, Dan. That's never a good sign.
Here's the thing. Color is on the ingredients. They make it this color. That's what they went for, mate.
Yeast extract, wheat and barley. It contains celery. That's good.
Oh, it's good for you, mate. Don't worry about it. This is like a hangover cure on toast. It's fantastic. It's super packed with vitamin B, mate.
Okay. No, I have never had it.
Have you smelled it? It smells a little bit strong.
I have not smelled it.
It's got a nose.
Okay.
It's got a little nose.
Dan, I'm real nervous, dude. How far away should I smell?
Oh, just get in there, dude.
Oh, God, Dan. Is this right?
Yeah, it's right.
Are you sure?
I mean, this is bunker food, dude. This shit will never go off. It'll never go off, mate. It'll never go off.
Oh, Dan, you got to send me a new one. But this one's expired.
That one's gone bad. It's impossible. It can't go bad. There's no way it's gone bad. It doesn't happen. When it says it's got a use by date, it's bullshit. That thing can go another 10 years.
Oh, Dan.
I'm telling you, mate, this is in 80% of Australian households. It's nothing to worry about, my friend. Trust me.
All right.
Now, grab your toast or your bread there.
Yeah, got it.
All right. This is how I've gone. Okay. You don't need to go quite that strong. All right. But that's how I like it. That's how I go.
Do I do butter first or do I?
Butter first. Butter first. Go big on the butter.
Go big on the butter.
Go big on the butter.
It seems like you're having to mask it with other ingredients, Dan. That's what it sounds like.
No, mate. I think, what's the word I'm looking for here? Butter accentuates the experience, my friend.
Okay. All right, I'm not skimping on the butter. That's a lot right there.
Oh, you pile it up, dude. You can just lather that thing out in there, and make it all work, dude. You'll be right.
Yeah.
You don't have to. Don't. Yeah.
All right. So I got
You
the
might
butter
want to
there.
take some of your butter off there. You can probably lean a little bit of that out of there.
No, that's fine. It's fine. All right.
You'll turn into a cow.
Yeah, that's fine. All right, so I'm gonna smooth the. I feel like this is a cooking show now. I'm smoothing the butter on this. I went and got gluten free.
This is Vegemite with Drew Lynch. We'll be making some a la carte options today.
I did go and get gluten free bread, so I went to the store today and got gluten free bread for this. So I was at least because I've heard not great things about Vegemite, and if I was gonna get sick, I was at least not going to get bloated as well.
Okay. Your episode 31. I would say the ratio of people that were like, to yay is about, I'd say probably 3 to 1. So
3 to 1. Okay. So you're saying 30% of people like it?
Yes. That's exactly what I'm saying.
All right.
That's not a bad ratio.
It's not bad.
Adam Ray licked it out of the jar.
Oh God.
Oh yeah. Jamie Kennedy made me send him another jar.
Jesus.
But Dean Del Rey brought it back to me at the club and threw it at me and said, never get this shit out of my house.
All right. So.
How are we looking?
It looks good. I mean, so far, looking at my bread without the Vegemite,
have you put any Vegemite on it? Of course it looks good. You haven't put anything on there yet.
All right. Jeez, that is strong, Dan. All right. So. All right, so how much? How much? Like,
so you know how you would put on Nutella? Okay, half of that. Half of that.
Half of this?
Half of that.
Okay, too much.
I'm being nice to you because you are a top bloke. You get the top bloke discount. I'm not going to hurt you today.
Appreciate
that in there.
That's good.
If it doesn't spread enough, I'll let you know. But you're good right now. Yeah, get that thing spread out there. Spread it across that thing. Oh yeah!
Oh, you're killing me, bro. Whoo! Okay, all right. Okay, so I got.
All right, Drew. Let's see what you got going on there. Hold her up for everybody, mate.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Is that right?
That's going to be a good one, mate. All right, Drew. This is where Australians in America and all over the world find out, Drew Lynch, are you our veggie mate? Bottoms up, buddy. Cheers.
Cheers, Dan. Ugh. Hey, that's not bad. That's not bad. It's like yeah, it's like tart. It's like tart, a little bit, like chicken broth, but like curdled. All right, yeah, that's not bad. That's salty, very salty. Wow. Hey, the butter really helps. You're right. That did help. This is going down much easier.
Does it get a thumbs up from Drew Lynch?
It does. Yeah, it's got a thumbs up from me, man. Man, I guess I just, yeah, I gave it a bad rap. Maybe that's why. Maybe that was something that helped. You know, you come in. Ooh, well, that was a tart. That was a tart.
An extra bit.
Oh. All right. Oh man, sometimes it just hits you, dude.
Now imagine this with melted cheese.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I'll bet that's good. Wait, do you have this every day, Dan?
About 3 times a week.
Wow. I mean, I don't really even drink, but this helps.
I mean, my jar is pretty much. You can see the bottom of my jar, man. I don't fuck around with this thing.
Oh man, the tart. When it gets tart, it's tart. Oh.
It is a little salty, yeah. I mean, it is. I think you just basically did your entire daily deal of salt right now.
Oh, man, that hits in different parts of the palate for sure. My nose is running. I don't know if that's good. So do you? I don't really drink, but this helps. This is like the hangover cure.
Oh, in the morning, mate. Vitamin B. Oof, out of bed, mate. That's how it works, man.
Wow.
Good job.
I mean, Aussies also drink a shit lot, so.
Well, this is what the byproduct of beer making is. This is the yeast that's left on the vat when they pull the beer out. The leftover yeast, that's why it's yeast extract.
Oh, nice.
That's how it originally started.
That's crazy. That's how they came up with it?
Yeah.
But it doesn't have alcohol in it.
No.
Oh, it's just the yeast. Wow.
No, it's
nice.
fantastic. So, mate, I got a question for you, man.
Yeah.
We've seen a lot in America lately. We've seen a lot of these idiots who think finally it's their chance to invade the stage, aggressively heckle comics.
Sure.
Have you ever had an aggressive heckler?
Oh, of course. I mean, I think we all have. I feel like lately, most of the times that I get audience interacting, I don't think they're doing it out of malice, and I usually don't respond in a combative way. I always think it's a conversation, you know. Before when I used to get heckled, my speech used to be so bad. I've been to speech therapy for over 10 years, and so my stutter was so bad, and I used to get very defensive on stage if anybody said anything or if anybody was talking or whatever. Right. So I had to really work against that. But I'm trying to think like of a time that was really bad. It's usually when a guy, the times when it gets bad is when like a guy is trying to like show off in front of his friends or his chick, and then you say something that makes him feel whatever, like briefly inadequate is I think how I would put it politely, and then they get So I one time had a guy, he stood up and he was pretty point blank to me, and he was like pointing at me and whatever, and he's shouting. I can't remember what it was that he said, but he left the showroom, and then he and I talked after the show, and we made peace. But it did get very like hostile. But again, I think it just sparked from him talking, me pointing out that he shouldn't talk, him continuing to talk, and then try to be funny in front of his friends, and then I think that just kind of backfires. But again, like it's never my intention to make anybody feel isolated or belittle or whatever.
I saw a video of yours online where you had a guy in the front row just put a knife on the table.
Yeah, that was crazy. It was but that was a recent show. What he did is he was pulling out he was opening a can of dip with a pocket knife, if that's any sort of impression that you can get from Americans or Oklahoma. It was very he just did it very casually, like he does it all the time, and it was in the front row. So when you see somebody pull out a knife, you're especially with how things have gone lately with comics, you don't, it doesn't go to a good place, obviously. So, but luckily he was very friendly, and he was just trying to get his tobacco. And
then you realize you're in Oklahoma, and everybody in the room's got a knife anyway.
Yeah, everybody's got it anyway.
Well, Drew, mate, where can people find your comedy, man?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, mine's just at the Drew Lynch on everything. You can find it on YouTube or Facebook or Instagram. Any of those, that's fine.
Right. All Drew's social details will be underneath his head right here. Okay. Folks, with me, I'm just about to go to Australia and do comedy myself. December and January, I'll be in Australia and around the Brisbane Gold Coast area. Check out my social media at Dan Green Comedy, and you will find details of me doing stand-up down under for the first time. So
that's so badass. That's so badass, Dan. Congratulations, buddy.
No, it's going to be fun, mate. It's going to be a hoot. I can't wait. I got like 20 years of American material to thrust on the Aussies.
Just throw on them, dude. They'll fucking love that.
Yeah, mate. Mate, you're a top bloke, and you've even hammered it even harder now because you are a connoisseur of Vegemite, my friend.
Vegemite.
Drew Lynch. Make sure you do check out our sponsor, AussiePiesAndSausages.com. Remember, they do ship daily to all 50 states, fresh out of LA. Got to get yourself on those. They're vanilla slices. They're snot blocks, as we call them in Australia, are fantastic. Get those delivered to your house. Drew Lynch, thank you for coming on my show. You are definitely my Vege-mate.
Thanks, Dan. Appreciate that, buddy.